So next, I would like to invite on stage Miss Lilith Zeis, our product lead hydrogen power to EXA, Munich Renewable Energy. The topic will be innovative risk transfer solutions, a contribution to the success of the green hydrogen industry. Along with her, I would like to invite Mr. Vishal Purohit, property underwriter.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for the nice introduction, and thank you very much for having us here today. So my name is Lilith Zeis. I'm part of Munich REI's Green Tech Solutions team. And so as insurance or reinsurance company, we bring a rather unique, I would say, perspective to the table. And I'm delighted to talk about the risk transfer perspective of green hydrogen today.
Yeah.
And I'm here with my colleague Vishal Purohit.
Yeah. So we started our operation in 2017 in Munich, Mumbai. And we have come a long way in terms of solar warranties and the batteries warranties. And the third product, which is the missing link, is the hydrogen. And happy to present you here.
All right. So we all know that we currently find ourselves in an energy and climate crisis. And for a successful energy transition, green hydrogen plays a very essential role. So on the one hand side, hydrogen lets us store renewable energy at large scale, and this allows us to actually balance out the volatilities of green or renewable energy, on which we will in the future increasingly rely on as the worldwide energy mix forecast by the IEA shows us on the left-hand side. And despite the energy sector, hydrogen and its derivatives will play an essential role in the decarbonization of sectors where emissions are hard to abate. So the heavy industry, including steel, cement, heavy fuel transport, as well as the petrochemical industry. And the global hydrogen demand is going to expected to more than triple by 2030 or 2050, sorry. And by the end of last year, on a global basis, more than 30 countries had already developed their national hydrogen strategy. And so has India. So I really would like to actually stress and highlight the great ambitions. So we all know, first of all, India has great capacity and potential for renewable energy, especially for wind and solar. And India wants half of its installed electricity capacity to be from non-fuels by 2030 and wants to reach net zero by 2070. And in the light of the fact that the currently consumed hydrogen in India is mainly from fossil fuels still, this is a very ambitious plan. But in order to meet those goals, the Indian government actually announced the National Green Hydrogen Strategy last year, and it got approved this year. And the mission is really to make India a global hub for green hydrogen, for the production, the usage, and also the export of green hydrogen. And the program alone is going to expected to more than double the current renewable energy capacity of India by 2030. And this will all be financially very well supported, as we can see from the figures. Apart from that, according to Morgan Stanley, the total addressable market of clean hydrogen, comprising green and blue hydrogen, is going to expected to reach $19 billion by 2030, which is huge. And apart from that, there's already bilateral agreement by India already for the export of green hydrogen. And also we see a substantial commitment in the private sector already. Great. So in order to be on the same page, I'll quickly go through some basics of the production principle of green hydrogen. So hydrogen can be gained through electrolysis, which is a chemical process where an electrical current enforces a redox reaction. And here, water is being decomposed into oxygen and hydrogen. This happens in an electrolysis cell, which is depicted as well on the slide here, in a very simplified model, by the way. And if we talk about green hydrogen, the electricity we feed in must be green as well, so stems from wind or solar, for example. Exactly. And with the time, the amount of energy we need to feed the electrolyzer with in order to keep a constant hydrogen output level, this amount rises. And this is due to an age-related increase of the cell or system voltage, and it's called degradation. And this degradation is a very complex and non-linear process and is highly dependent on the use case as well as on the technology. And there exist various cell chemistries, so electrolysis cell chemistries, and different cell setups, and therewith also different electrolyzer technologies. And those vary widely in their capex, in their opex, in their maturity level, in their efficiency, and also in their flexibility of usage. And now the problem comes. So for most of those technologies, we do not have a long track record. We do not have long-term experience in terms of data. So how will electrolyzer systems actually behave on the long term, especially regarding the mentioned degradation and also regarding the longevity of single components? And this especially applies, so this uncertainty especially applies for larger scale projects, which we at the moment need a lot. So now you learned at the beginning that the massive scale-up of electrolyzer technology is very essential. We really need hydrogen, but in our view, there's still some major technical and financial hurdles and risks that need to be overcome first. And in order to mention some of those risks, so first of all, and I really want to mention this again and stress it, we do not have long-term experience with the respective technology yet. So high technical uncertainty here. Furthermore, we oftentimes do not have a stable takeoff due to very uncertain and fluctuating hydrogen prices. And in the light of very high initial investments that are needed at the beginning of projects, and also considering this uncertain takeoff, producers do not really have a high incentive to produce, right? Furthermore, we have regulatory uncertainties, missing standards and frameworks that actually restrain the market. And overall, we see a substantial scale-up risk actually for green hydrogen. And with those risks, there come along quite some financial risks. And we see that those unproven and uncertain technologies really seem to cause a vicious circle, and that projects are basically not bankable. So manufacturers and project developers really struggle to find a solid financing in terms of venture capital, project finance, because investors are very reluctant to invest due to this, mainly due to this uncertainty. They don't want to bear all the technical risk on their shoulders. And furthermore, it is very hard for project developers and manufacturers to sell their systems, to sell their projects without a substantial warranty cover. If they want to do so, however, this can mean high financial stress to their balance sheet, especially if it's smaller players. Great. Now you might wonder what we as insurance company have to do with all those risks. So we as Munich RE or Green Tech Solutions really want to break through this vicious circle and act as an enabler in the industry with our HiSure product. So basically, we want to take away the technological risk out of your green hydrogen project. So with our product, we are able to backstop or back up the long-term warranty a manufacturer is wanting to give to his operator or project developer. So we take the reserves from his balance sheet. And what we are able to backstop, or what our product comprises, can be subdivided into 3 elements. So first of all, the product warranty insurance we offer. This refers to the refurbishment, to the repair of single components if something breaks down. And this protects the insured against, for example, serial losses, or more generally, against excessive and unforeseen operation and maintenance costs. The second thing we provide is performance warranty insurance. And this is kind of the heart and core of our product. This refers to the degradation mechanisms I mentioned earlier. So we back up efficiency, which is guaranteed. Oftentimes this is expressed through an output level, hydrogen output level, or a maximum cell voltage. And this cover really ensure or protects the insured against excessive and unforeseen degradation during the operation phase. Last but not least, we also have this availability warranty. This comes into place when the electrolyzer cannot be run, so is not available due to various reasons, for example, missing part or outstanding repair. And here we can really backstop the costs the manufacturer or insured has to pay, for example, in terms of penalties to the operator. And at the moment, our product focuses electrolyzer systems mostly. Also, we look on fuel cells, so the counter reaction. And we are very much planning to actually extend the scope of our product to other parts of the value chain, such as compression and gas purification. And we have a very technical underwriting approach in general, so we have our own risk experts in Munich RE who are able to assess the risk. All right, so what is our value proposition? We think that with HiSure, we can actually provide a very essential puzzle piece to make green hydrogen projects more bankable, more investable, and therefore also realizable at all, and in the long term also successful. So there's different beneficiaries of our product. So first of all, the long-term performance cover really increases the attractiveness for investors because they don't have to face all the risk on their own anymore, such that it comes to more final investment decisions in the end. At the manufacturer side, the substantial warranty cover serves actually as a very good differentiator in the market that demonstrates financial and technical credibility and also helps to then win customers' trust and market share. And in the end, improves your revenue model. Also, this can mean a high or true balance sheet relief for the manufacturer, freeing up capital because we actually take over the reserves and he's financially more flexible. Also, project developers can benefit in terms of better financing terms, certainly lower cost of capital. Great. So far about our product. Then maybe some last words about Munich RE and green tech in general. So in terms of performance warranty insurance for renewables, we have now experience for more than 15 years. So we started out with our performance warranty cover in the PV and solar industry 15 years ago. We are also active in the stationary energy storage space and e-mobility. 2022, we launched our HiSure product, which I just explained now. And we also do risk transfer for circular economy as well as geothermal risks. And 15 years ago, when we started, the situation around PV and wind actually looked quite similar to what we see at the moment around hydrogen. So back then, PV and wind really had to compete against very traditional or conventional energy sources, and banks did not really believe in the longevity of the technology. So they did not believe that a solar panel would last and be efficient for 20 or 30 years. What we see now is, or what we did then actually, is that we acted as pioneers here. Despite the missing long track record and experience, we offered this performance warranty cover. And meanwhile, such performance warranties are actually industry standard. And we anticipate the same to happen for hydrogen, or more precisely for electrolyzer systems. And what we do is that we transfer the knowledge and experience we have from the more mature technologies and use it for the more emerging products such as HiSure. Then about Munich RE, for those who don't know, Munich RE is the biggest reinsurance company worldwide. So we have a long-lasting history of risk expertise. We of course act on a global basis. And we are also active in the Indian market for more than 50 years now. And as you can see from the figures below, we have a very strong financial position and are overall very much able to act a solid and strong partner alongside your business. And that is it. And I want to thank you for your attention. As I said, Munich RE is active in the Indian market, and we have a big branch office in Mumbai, where my colleague Vishal sits.
So just to give you a brief background on the Munich RE India, so we have a registered branch here in Mumbai, and that started all operations in 2017 when the Indian government opened up for the reinsurance branches, and we were the first one to open the branch here. We were present here from past 50 years. We are one of the largest reinsurer in the world, and that's where the solid capital comes backing you in terms of the when we say that any new products, the confidence which we built up when we put up our capital behind it is phenomenal in terms of that. And we have seen that in the solar part also. Like in solar, when we started in 2017 for the warranty insurance, today we can see that we are almost there in all top 15 manufacturers. Similarly, we are seeing the same thing happening in the hydrogen space, where people are a bit conscious on the large scale investment into it, and we see that there is a chance that with our support that can be scalable. And this is the missing link in the whole renewable sector, that one side you have solar, then you have the battery storage setup, and then the third piece, the missing link is the hydrogen. So once all this has been done, I think it makes a lot of sense. Thank you, and you can be in touch with me. I'm available for next half an hour here.
Quick comment. So I really invite you to our booth. We are here with our booth number 7.178, and we are also here with 3 of our colleagues that are focusing rather on the PV side of business. So if you have any questions around PV or hydrogen, or in general want to exchange on our risk transfer offers, please come to our booth. Thanks.